Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Travis Burg Jr., man.
What's going on, man?
Tell everybody where they can tell anybody where they can find you at, man.
You can find me at Travis Burg Jr. on YouTube.
So no other social media?
I'm just strictly YouTube.
Oh, you're strictly YouTube. So
yeah.
Man, this preseason game is gonna be like we're gonna play a lot of our starters, right?
I feel like we're gonna get a glimpse of some of the starters. You're talking about Sunday, August 29th, right?
Yeah.
I think we'll see a little bit of our starters. I don't know how much of Derek Carr we're gonna see. I'm hoping he'll at least play a quarter.
Yeah, you want to see what he can do against this first team defense and all that. I think we're gonna have to start to see a lot more of Jimmy this week, and then we'll still play Trey a little more later. But yeah. So the interesting part about you is like, man, it's kind of rare for a guy like you to root for the Raiders when you're like all the way in the East Coast, man. It's like you're like one of those other guys, and people be like, "How the hell you became a fan of that team?" But explain why.
So I got to see the tail end of Howie Long's career, and growing up, that was a player that I watched rigorously was Howie Long. My dad used to show me highlights of Bo Jackson, and it was really the first football team I've ever watched was, at the time, it was the LA Raiders. So even though I'm in the suburbs of New York, the Raiders have always been my team since I was 5.
Yeah, that's pretty rare, but it had to catch on to you. So usually that's how you find your purpose. Like, for example, coming from Texas, a lot of my family were nothing but Cowboys. So following the Niners was a different purpose of me. But in all seriously, man, so what's been the off season that I've been hearing about the Raiders that you got info on, man? What's been going on lately with your team in general?
I mean, the most of the stuff that I've been hearing is pretty negative. Specifically, I'm very worried about their defense and how they drafted this season. I'm worried about the secondary. There's not too many players that I look at on the defense. I'm like, oh, these guys are going to be playmakers. I look at the offense, and I'm like, oh, man, this offense, Derek Carr's got a couple of good players to throw to. Waller, they picked up John Brown from the Buffalo Bills. Renford, there's tons of guys there on the offense. And I think the offense will have a great year. I'm very worried about the secondary.
That's been the weakness for quite a while. It's like you guys give up a lot of passes, and some reason your secondary just doesn't seem to be in good position, or it's either the fact that you guys play against some receivers that make them look like foolish a little bit.
I can't disagree with that.
So you were talking about something else about John Gruden that you liked about. I know a majority of the Raider fans are kind of getting tired of Gruden a little bit, and they're trying to at first they were all in for that campaign for Gruden, but now it's like you see majority of that fan base turning a little bit on Gruden now. What do you think, man?
I haven't closed the door yet on Gruden, believe it or not. I like his grittiness, his determination. He came out a couple of days ago saying this is going to be a playoff team. Although those are just words, and you have to show me. I haven't closed the door yet on Gruden. I haven't closed the door yet on Carr. I think it might be a make or break year for Carr, though. I need to see some type of leadership out of him, and I need to see them actually get to the playoffs. The last time they were in the playoffs was 2016. Granted, Derek Carr injured his leg, and then their backup had I think he was concussed, and then they went into the playoffs with a third-string quarterback against the Texans. I think if anybody could lead this team to the playoffs, it's probably Gruden. I'm not done with him just yet.
Yeah. So how do you feel about your new defensive coordinator, man? You got Gus Bradley.
I don't know how I feel about him. I have to see what he. Their first game is against the Ravens. That's going to be a very tough game. I have to see how he calls that game. They're going to need to keep eyes on Jackson. Jackson's always a dual threat. He can throw the ball, and he got the Michael Vick. He's probably better than Michael Vick in terms of scrambling. So I have to see how they do week 1.
Yeah, that would be the tough task as Baltimore because they are like the best when it comes to running the ball, and especially Lamar Jackson. You got to be able to contain that guy. So that's going to be the only tricky question. But as far as like Gus Bradley, like his resume does speak for itself. Not as much as a head coach, but when it comes as a defensive coordinator in Seattle, And with the Chargers, his track record's pretty impressive. I mean, I just don't know how he's going to make it any better for the Raiders. There's a lot of position of players that don't seem to be in the right place. So my only question with you as a Niner fan, like, what is it with Gus Bradley? Like, I just thought maybe he could have just settled elsewhere, but he chose you guys. That's the interesting part.
I think he probably wanted to stay on the West Coast coming from the Chargers. I think he wants to stay in that location. His head coach record is a little shoddy. He's 14-48. Do with that what you will.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as a head coach, not so much, but as a DC, he's got a very impressive track record. Recently with the Chargers, he did pretty good. I just don't see no other reason why that your defense should be anywhere but up. You know, it's got to get any better with Gus Bradley a little bit. You know,
I hope so. I mean, if you look at how the Raiders drafted this year, there's been all the mock drafts and the grading of the drafts, and the Raiders are at the very bottom of that list. They're like third from last. So I'm very worried about the defense. I'm not so much worried about the offense and them putting points up, especially with all the weapons that Derek Carr will have. It's the pass rush and it's the secondary that I'm most worried about.
Yeah, it's like there's not much consistency on your defense when it comes to pressuring. I mean, you have a good player like Crosby. He's a good player, but as much as the rest of the guys, they seem a little bit suspect. I mean, you got secondary wise, I think as far as your talent, like you guys just added Casey Hayward for the fact that he played under Gus Bradley, and I don't know. I've heard about a lot of this Mullins kid. I heard he's pretty good. Any good praise about this guy, or from what I'm hearing?
I don't have an opinion on Mullins just yet.
So as far as your safety, like, has it still been addressed, or is it still the same? Because I know that you guys have that John Abram guy. Like, he's good, but could never stay healthy.
That seems like it's the catalyst to the Raiders. There's always people that they can't keep healthy.
Yeah, like, he's exceptionally good. Like, the guy you guys drafted from Mississippi State a couple seasons ago. Like, this guy has the ability just to tackle. Like, I don't know. It's like somehow you guys seem to find these guys. Then you got this other kid. What is it? The one from TCU, this Morrig or something? Trevon Morrig? I think he might be a good baller for you guys if you use him the right way.
The Raiders, they show very little glimpses, right? When they played the Chiefs last year, they went 1-1 against them. That first game, they showed little glimpses of clicking, and then towards the end.
Yeah, it's kind of been like a theme for the Raiders, man. It's always been like you got the hype for a minute, and then it's like, oh, here we go again. That's what it seems like. I mean, I'm not trying to sound harsh with everybody else, but it's like
you're fine. I'm realistic with you, man. I'm looking at their schedule. They got a tough schedule.
Yeah, very tough, but hey, anything's doable. You just have to play your best. And for example, for you guys, like, which is the one player that you're most impressed with the Raiders lately? Like, which player that none of us is paying attention to that we might need to watch out for?
I'm always looking at Waller, but I feel like Josh Jacobs never gets the attention he deserves.
Yeah, like, the guy carries the load, and now that you guys added Kenyon Drake, that should take away a little bit of the load for him, but I still think he's going to be a factor for you guys, so that's kind of a good choice there.
I'm always looking at Waller. Waller's 14 receiving touchdowns, 215 receptions, over 2,000 yards, 2020 Pro Bowl selection. I'm very high on our tight end. I don't know about Drake. Drake's probably towards the tail end of his career now. He was with the Dolphins for a little bit. He was with a couple of teams, right?
No, Cardinals. Yeah, he was with the Cardinals after that, which he had a good year with the Cardinals, but he was mostly, like, limited. But I think he's kind of like the most intriguing pickup for you guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at him now. He was with Miami 16-19, and then Cardinals 19-20. We picked him up this year. Like you said, he might pick up some of the load for Josh Jacobs. Maybe you do Josh Jacobs on third down or third and goal type situations.
Yeah, that would be the idea for Drake. But I think Jacobs, like as far as him, if he could stay healthy, I think that's what makes him a big difference for you guys. Like you guys need somebody you can count on. As far as your receivers, I don't know too much about your wide receivers, but I've seen you guys did sign John Brown and Willie Snead and quite a few others. I mean,
Yeah, I was thrilled. They picked up John Brown from the Buffaloes. I'm pretty high on him. Willie Snead is another guy that they picked up because they let Aguilar go. I wanted them to keep him, but they have a habit of letting players go. I mean, look, they fucking traded Cooper to the Cowboys a couple years ago.
Yeah, Cooper was kind of like your guys' receiver, and then you guys just got rid of him for like a fire sale. And then the Cowboys just gave you the highest bid, so that was it. I mean, you guys do got, I don't know, like there's quite a few receivers that you guys have yet to utilize much. Like I've checked out, I mean, I'm not like a fan in general, but I think there's one guy that nobody mentions about on your team, but he should get some more targets if it were going his direction was I think if you guys use Henry Ruggs the right way, if you use him the right way, use him in a lot of those jet sweeps. Give him some limited like short passes, and maybe he'll break in some big plays. But instead, you guys are trying to go for those deep passes. Sure, it's his thing too, but you might want to use them in a lot of ways.
I think Henry Ruggs, he'll get more receptions now that Aguilar has been traded away. I think they'll utilize him more with John Brown and Renfro.
Yeah, I think Renfro might be your most underrated receiver because he seems to always come in like he's kind of like your I guess you could say he's kind of like your Wes Welker type receiver, or in a way like he can make those short passes or make some big plays. I mean, maybe this is the guy that might break out for you guys. I hear the hype that he did beat Ramsey in one play, but we're talking one play in practice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not putting too much stock in one play. If he starts getting TDs left and right against star cornerbacks, then we could talk about it.
Yeah, so you don't think he'll be the Julian Edelman?
I don't know. I have a funny feeling Willie Snead is the guy. If we're talking wide receivers, he's probably going to get a bulk of the TDs.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to Waller getting most of the bulk of the TDs, and then it's going to come down to either between Snead and the others. I mean, John Brown does make some big catches, so that could be what you got.
He had a good season with Allen and the Buffalo Bills last year.
Yeah, no, I think 2 seasons ago he had, because his role was like decreased a little bit because of Diggs. Yeah. Other than that, he was good. I think as far as the talent, man, it just depends on your defense a little bit. Depends on how
that's going to be the Achilles heels for the Raiders, and like you said, they always had a problem with their defense. Derek Carr has plenty of toys to play with here on offense.
Yep, plenty of toys. Hey, throw the ball.
As long as the offensive line holds up too.
Yeah, as long as it does hold up, that's the only problem. I mean, Derek Carr, as far as he is exceptionally good. He's just hasn't had much of a supporting cast since 2016 when he had an actual.
And he's only as far as the Raiders goes, he's been the most contract to contract. If you look at all the other quarterbacks they've had quarterbacks just come in for a couple of seasons and they're gone. He's been the most.
Well, it's because they paid him a lot. Yeah, they paid him a lot of money, so of course he's going to stay with you guys until you guys get rid of him. But he's always been the most loyal player to you guys' organization, so it's kind of hard to get rid of somebody who's been loyal to you guys.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the quarterbacks before him. Palmer was just hyped because he was with the Bengals, but it didn't pan out. Yeah, Gary Collins. They had Terrell Pryor. They had Terrell Pryor for like a year or two, and then he ended up a wide receiver. Yeah. Before that, Jason Campbell. Then you had the bust of Jamarcus
Bruce Gronkowski.
Yeah.
And then you had Kerry Collins like during the post Gannon era.
Who was before that? Rich the Cannon, right? He was before.
Then you had that guy Andrew Walter or something. Long time. Then you guys just recently have Nathan Peterman. everybody was making jokes about him throwing picks and picks. Now he's looking like a stud for you guys in the preseason.
Who was he? Who was the? I can't remember his name. It was Carr's backup before Marcus Mariota.
The one that was back up the Carr. Which one? Like you guys had?
In 2006, the one who got concussed.
Oh, you're talking about Mac McGloin, right?
Yeah, and then they put the kid in for the
Connor Cooks.
The playoffs against the Texans.
He was a rookie. Yeah,
talk about terrible luck, man. The first time they make the playoffs since 2002, and then your first string and your second string quarterback go down with injuries.
That's just ridiculous how it comes down to it. It's like, damn.
That's usually how it goes for a Raiders fan. You look at the whole thing with Antonio Brown, too. You think you're going to have a star receiver come in, and then it's a whole big thing. It's a headache and a distraction for the team.
That's what happens, man. You guys take all the gambles, and it doesn't. At first, it seemed like it seemed like a brilliant move at first, and then it started to just backfire you guys.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way when they were bringing in Antonio Brown, because I saw all the stuff going in Pittsburgh. I'm like, this guy's just going to be a distraction for the offense. It's not going to benefit Carr or anybody the way this guy is acting. And then the whole thing came out. He released the videos and the voicemails from Gruden. Whatever.
It's kind of like you would have thought maybe the guy would have worked out with a fresh start, but usually change of scenery doesn't always become the case. Sometimes it's just the same attitude, just different culture. But yeah, man, I can feel you on that, man. It's been kind of a little bit competitive for us as far as us as a team, like the Niners in general. Like, it's always been like, if we can stay healthy, man, we have the ability to go further. Like, even with a 2019 roster that we had that time, we made that strong push for the Super Bowl.
Listen, I was very happy for you guys. I know most Raiders fans give you guys flack. I was very happy for you guys. You guys were in your own Super Bowl drought, just like we are. Last time the Raiders were in a Super Bowl, 2002. I think I was like 10 or 11. So when you guys made that run to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, I was happy for you guys.
And I'm pretty sure for some Raider fans, they had a hard choice who to root for. They were like saying, man, I can't stand the Chiefs. I can't stand the Niners, man. I can't even know which one to choose. So it was like some of them had to choose one.
I didn't choose either. I just enjoyed the game.
Yeah, I seen quite a few just said, I'll just go with the Niners because of the damn Chiefs. It depends on the area, too. If some of them lived in Kansas City, they'll say, I'll go with the Niners because it's kind of annoying. Or some of them would say, I'll go with the Chiefs because it's the Niners.
How do you feel about Gruden as a coach?
I think his coaching is a little bit like
strict?
I think his coaching is a little outdated, man. Like, he hasn't, like, I think as far as like a person that's seen how coaches are, he's a little bit like he lost a little bit of touch as a head coach, man. Like, he doesn't seem to have it like he used to have it. Like, in his early years, players bought into it. In this time where he's with the Raiders, I don't see the way the players are buying into Gruden, man. I don't see it. Like, I mean, prove me wrong, but I don't see any of your players very convinced with John Gruden. It seems like John Gruden is being like a hard nose to everybody, and they don't seem to like it.
He kind of reminds me a little bit of how Tom Coughlin was when he came in with the strict rules and the obedience, and this is how we're doing it my way. And for the longest time, John Gruden has been considered like the quarterback guru, so to speak.
Yep, he was.
Even though I'm not done with him, I think this is going to be a make or break year for Carr.
I just think his coaching is a little bit out of touch a little bit. I think as far as if you would have got up like a little earlier, I think players would have bought into him as much as they used to. But it's a different time. The way he's coaching, a lot of players are throwing him under the bus, and it doesn't seem like a normal thing to do. But like you said, he seems like a Tom Coughlin. Like, Tom Coughlin he was strict with everything. But I think Gruden's just being too harsh with all his players. And he's got to at least try to, like, get them to want to play, you know? If you're going to throw a player under the bus and say something like that, that's just not right, man. Like, you got to at least try to give him a convince factor and tell him, hey, I'm just motivating this guy. I'm just pushing him so he can be better instead of being I know some coaches are supposed to be that way, but not under the bus, you know.
But
Yo, what boys? I feel like Gruden's overrated. I would fear the Raiders once they changed the front office, and it was. See, that's the one thing that you can agree on. Like, I think, but the only problem with Travis is he's not done with Gruden, so I think he wants to give it another chance. So
I I I have a lot of favoritism towards Gruden. I like
the
that
Gruden
smash
grinder,
mouth. Yeah, I like the smash mouth, the no nonsense kind of approach he has. I hear what you're saying though. A lot of the young players don't like that. They feel like they're being rubbed the wrong way. They feel like they're not getting a fair shake. But I think he just, and it's just my opinion, I think he expects more out of his guys, especially with the way they played last year. Um, they did split the series with the Chiefs, and when they played the Jets should have never been in that game. The Jets had I think at that point they only had one or two wins. The Jets should have never been in that game. The Raiders should have went in there and won fucking 40-0. So I think he just expects more out of his players, especially his younger players. That's just my opinion. I could be
yeah,
wrong.
but a lot of his coaching is a little outdated, a little bit if you think about it. Like,
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. That style is very late 1990s, early 2000s.
it would have worked. It would have worked then for sure, the way he did it. But now
Yeah,
it's kind of
he got the ring. He got the ring with Tampa Bay in 2002 against his former team.
But let's make a fair argument. I think the only
Sure.
reason why Gruden won that Super Bowl was
Defense.
because he had that foundation with Tony Dungy's type of defense, and the fact that he still had the playbooks from the Raiders. He just knew how to get you guys. That was the only thing that gave him the advantage. He didn't even build the defense after a lot of the key star players from Tampa Bay left. What was Gruden? Barely average after those players left. But
he made the playoffs a couple times, I think, and then his last couple of seasons were duds.
Pretty much, but I think that's the only problem is if you guys gave him that kind of defense, like that Tony Dungy type defense, then it would have been different. But in today's era, Kyle Shanahan is doing a little bit kind of like a Bill Walsh, but it's not as outdated as some people would think. It's just a new version of it. Like the attitude, the way he wants his players, but he doesn't he does it in a nicer way. He does it in a nicer way to criticize his players. Like he doesn't say it kind of like what Gruden would say. He would say it more like he's being straightforward about it, and players can respect it.
I'm reading what he wrote. Valid point. It usually takes 3 to 4 process to truly judge a head coach and GM if there's no playoffs this year. I think Gruden has to have some blame. If 49ers has Carr, I'm sure they would be. Yeah, if they don't make the playoffs this year, for sure, I agree with that. Gruden will definitely have a ton of blame, especially with Gruden coming out 3 days ago saying this is a playoff team, we're going for the playoffs and blah, 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 blah.
But the players have to buy into it. That's the only difference for you guys is they had to really buy into it. So as far as that, I'll tell you what I think of my team in general.
Okay.
I think if we can just really stay healthy and play consistent football, I think there's no doubt in my mind we can maybe win the division, but I just got to keep it 100 and say, hey, the Rams are a little bit better on paper. You can never rule out Seattle. The Cardinals, they're just sleepers, man. They just seem to be the team that nobody wants to give credit or respect for. So it's not going to be an easy
Murray, man. Kyler Murray's a stud, bro.
Yeah. And then here's this Seattle fan, Sam Dog, infamous 253. If you ain't infamous, then you best get with it.
Infamous is a diehard Seattle fan.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
I got a couple of diehard Seattle fans on my channel too.
Yeah, he's cool. No, you got that. What's his name? Survival or something?
Yeah, Survival's a big Seattle guy.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. But I think it's going to come down as a dogfight division. I think for the AFC West, for you guys, it just depends on how you guys just have to be the second best. That's about it. If you can get to that push, I think there's a chance, but it's going to be hard. Hey, what do you think about the Seahawks releasing Pierre Desir? Oh, man, dude. The only problem is he would be I don't know if he would fit the man coverage. I don't think he would fit the man coverage with us. I think he's more like a Sherman type zone coverage. Like, you know how Sherman plays zone? I would think he would play in that kind of category. Yeah, if you ain't with it. Okay, see, I can't even get you. Yeah, but other than that, how y'all doing?
I do have a record prediction. I think they'll have about, and I'm being really optimistic here, 9 or 10 wins.
9 or 10 wins. And
Yeah.
is it because of Gruden hyped you up a little bit?
Of course, of course, because
Hey, it had to be the Kool-Aid, bro. It had to be the Kool-Aid.
That's with their defense playing okay. And as I said before, I'm super worried about their pass rush. I'm super worried about the coverage in the secondary. I would say 9 or 10 wins for the Raiders this year.
That's being optimistic and realistic about it.
And that's sweeping the Broncos.
Sweeping the Broncos, that's going to be a little tough. But hey, it's anybody's guess, man.
I'm confident they'll sweep the Broncos this year.
Man, that's going to leave a little mark on those Denver fans that come around. Hey, what's good, Jay? The Bay in the building. What's good?
What's up, Jane? What's good?
You know what it is? It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. And I'll just play like doing his little phrase.
3 weaknesses for the team. Lack of pass rush, coverage in the secondary, and how the offensive line is going to protect Derek Carr this year.
I'm worried
about all 3 of those things. I'm not too worried about Derek Carr having weapons to throw to and scoring TDs with. I'm more worried about when it comes to Derek Carr, how the offensive line will protect him this year.
Yeah, if
they protect him. I think he's got a ton of great targets. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, CG. He's got a ton of great targets. He's got a great tight end in Waller.
Yeah, I think that's the only question mark for the Raiders is because you guys did get rid of a lot of your offensive line who were high paid. Ronnie Hudson, you got rid of your guard, Gabe Jackson, and quite a few, and then your tackle, Trent Brown. So you guys are kind of restarting from the ground up.
It feels like we've been doing that. It feels like we've been doing that for like 25 years. Restarting.
Damn, it had to be Gruden, man. You had to go back in time to get this guy. This is not the 1998 John Gruden. This is not the 2001 John Gruden. This is not the 2002 John Gruden who won the Super Bowl. This is a John Gruden who's coming off the commentator.
Yeah, I know. And he was out. The last time he coached was when? 2010 was his last season. So he had almost 10 years coming out of Monday Night Football. That's what he was doing, right? Monday Night Football, Monday night. He called the games.
Then he was doing like the Gruden grinder or something with.
And QB then he had the QB. He'd come in and he interview the QB for the week and all that jazz.
Yeah, I liked him when he was doing that. He was actually really entertaining when he came down to it. And then I like that one guy. You know that one guy, Frank Caliendo? He made fun of John Gruden.
Yeah, the impressionist, right? He's a comedian. He does impressions. Yeah, so Sunday, August 29th, 4 p.m., preseason, Raiders at 49ers. I think our starters will play a bulk of that first quarter. I think we'll see a lot of Derek Carr in the first quarter.
Yeah, I expect it to be a little – I think it's going to be a little closer when it comes – even though it's preseason, I think it's going to be coming down to the last play of the play. So we'll see. Maybe – who knows? But – I expect Tolino Hufanga to have his performance keep going. He's got momentum, dude. This guy's looking like he looks like he can be a starter easily, dude. Like I watched 2 of his preseason games, and this guy had 2nd round grade coming out of USC. You don't get a guy in the 5th round coming as a 2nd round prospect. Everybody's hyping him as the Troy Polamalu. Okay, pump your brakes on the Troy Polamalu. Let Tolino Hufanga be himself. He can be like a Dante Whitner. That's what I'm hoping for. Maybe he can be a Dante Whitner. I know a lot of people are saying this guy can be the next Troy Polamalu, but there's only one Troy Polamalu. You don't run a 4.3. You don't run a 4.3 speed like Polamalu. He runs a 4.6. Big difference.
I'm looking at Sam Dog's comment here. They said bring back Luke Wilson. Was Luke Wilson the one who beat up his girlfriend? Who was the tight end? One of the tight ends. Yeah.
I don't think so. Which one? The one that beat up his girlfriend?
Wasn't there a tight end on the Seattle Seahawks that beat up his girlfriend?
Chase Wheeler.
Oh, okay.
That was an offensive tackle that they had on their roster a while ago, and then he was cut. So wait, you just traded a 7th round pick to Houston for cornerback Josh Reed. Hey, that would be kind of shocking if it would have been Justin Reed. That would have been a dumb trade by Houston because he's an actual starter, but I guess it's somebody else.
Was Pinor asking me that question? I'm looking at hold on.
He's asking for you. What's your 3 low key players? Okay, it has to be unknown, not the ones where it's Josh Jacobs and the other guys. It's got to be somebody that you're gonna keep your eye on.
Can I put Matt Dickerson on the list?
Yeah.
Defensive end from the Tennessee Titans coming in this year.
Okay. So you guys signed him, right?
Defensive tackle, Matt Dickerson, yeah.
Okay, another guy. So there's got to be a on different side of the ball.
I can't say Drake, right? Drake is too known.
Yeah, he's a little known. I've heard a little bit buzz on this Nate Hobbs, whatever his name is, from the one you guys drafted.
Oh, I'm looking here. Maybe Mullen.
Oh yeah, Trayvon Mullins. He's kind of coming along slowly. Yeah, I guess you can say that because he's not really a big name yet, but he is kind of like coming along. Like I think last season he was improving your secondary a little bit. So yeah, you can put him on the list. He seems like a up and coming guy.
Yeah, he had an interception against Mahomes. So maybe Mahomes and
Mahomes? You said Mahomes?
I mean Mullins. I put their names again, Mullins. Maybe John Brown on the offensive side, coming in from the Buffalo Bills, going to get some reps. Maybe those 3 players.
I guess you can go with those ones because John Brown hasn't done nothing since like 2 seasons ago, so he might just be the X factor. So
okay, I think he'll be a solid third wide receiver.
Yeah, as far as like talking 3 sleepers of my team, let's see. I gotta choose your boy Arden Key. He's looking like a low key sleeper right now. I don't know what happened with him over there, but it looks like he's a different player over here. He's acting more energized and happy to be here. And then let's see, totally know Hufanga standing out on offense. I gotta go with my boy Jaquan Jennings, man. But it's kind of like he's good. He's a good receiver. He's got dog mentality in him.
I thought you were gonna go with the Ayuk show.
No, Ayuk is a hype name, man. He's already like.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's already like the guy that people talk about as like another good receiver. He's gonna be the guy that everybody's gonna talk about a lot. So I'm going by sleepers. Like, yeah. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, man.
Who's Jimmy G's main target? Like, Kittle.
His main target. It's got to be Kittle for him. Maybe Debo if he's healthy. And then I
saw a lot of people dogging Debo. They're saying how they were disappointed in him right now with his
he can't stay healthy
performances and whatnot.
Nah, he can't stay healthy. I think as far as him as a player, like he's good, but can never stay healthy. He always seems to pull a hammy or something. Like, damn, bro, we can't count on you, so we got to find somebody. I'm hearing a lot about Trent Sherfield. That's another guy that you may not hear about, but he's kind of like making a name for himself during training camp and the preseason. So that might be another guy that you might have to look out for. I think if you watch Trey Lance play against your guys' secondary, you're going to have to watch out for Trent Sherfield. That guy can make some big plays. Came from the Arizona Cardinals.
What's Pinor's team? Is he a 49ers guy too?
Yeah, he likes. Yeah, Pinor is a 49ers fan. Yo, CG, I like those quick takes you have on and Lenore between keep that up. Our fan base will eat that stuff up to get more opinions on players of organic Ruthless. Oh, appreciate it, man. This guy comes from the same area as me, man. He's admiring my work, man. But yeah, Travis, man. You know what I'm looking forward to, man? This Battle of the Bay. It may not be the same. Like it used to be.
I wish it was a regular season.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay. Let me tell you my last football game where I was at. I was in the Battle of the Bay against the Raiders. I was over there. The thing about that game was it was really insane. But it's not going to be.
Were you in 49ers gear when you were there, or?
Yeah.
Were Raider fans saying anything to you, or no?
They didn't do nothing to me. They just like that one. They like that one customized jersey I got, but I don't want to say because it's very political. But they left me alone. They just wanted a picture of it and then just act like, oh, I got to meet this funny guy.
You know what's crazy? The more people that find out that I'm a Raiders fan, they're like, "Oh, wow, you're not like crazy." I'm like, "No, I just root for my team. I don't go too crazy with NFL Sundays and talking trash to other people's team.
There's a fine line with fan base like that, but you cannot deny the fact that you got those kind of fan base like your own. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of nice Raider fans who ain't like harsh on people or ain't like too sadistic on people. There's probably some that seem like okay people, but I've seen some worse fan base. I'm hearing a lot of bad things about Eagles fans who can be the worst at times.
Oh, dude, tell me about it. I'm on the East Coast. The Eagles and Giants, forget about it, bro. 49ers, minded. I'm from New York.
Yeah, and you get a lot of those then you get some Cowboy fans too who get a little bit delusional and act all stupid, like, oh, you don't know football type of mentality.
So here on the East Coast, if you ever encounter an East Coast Dallas Cowboy fans, they'll say at the beginning of every season, "This is our year. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're winning the Super Bowl." Okay, whatever you say, dude. Like, fine. I won't knock them for being loyal to their team, but it's every year here. We're still America's team. We're going to win this Super Bowl this year. Okay.
That's what I do.
I think East Coast Dallas Cowboy fans are worse than actual Cowboy fans from Texas.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I can't say much about everybody else, but if you're going to say it's our year, then don't even say it, dude. You're going to make yourself look foolish, bro. This is what I don't like about certain Cowboy fans, man. Don't talk about Super Bowl. Don't even talk about it, dude, because if you talk about Super Bowl, I'm going to brag right on your face and tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm going to silence them, because that's like me, okay, growing up in the state of Texas, I just don't like Cowboys. And if any Cowboys fan says we're going to the Super Bowl, I'm going to brag at them and tell them that, hey, you're wrong again. You're wrong.
That's a good question, partner. Will the 49ers and Raiders play?
Well, they'll play like next year.
In a Super Bowl.
Oh, not Super Bowl. I don't know. That would be kind of interesting. That would be an interesting Super Bowl because, one, it's the Battle of the Bay type of Super Bowl. But even though you guys are in Las Vegas, but then it would be kind of ugly. You know why it would be kind of ugly? Because the fan base. Yeah. Whoever wins, it doesn't matter who wins the damn Super Bowl. It's going to come down to some stupid fan want to go kill somebody over a stupid game. That's what I don't like.
It's funny you brought that up. I'm seeing so many fans fighting in the stands at preseason games. It's like, I don't know if those fans realize, like, yo, these games don't fucking count. It's preseason. You guys are killing each other over a sports team during preseason. Did you see that clip or no? I think it was a Rams fan.
A Rams fan and a Charger. And then there was one with the Rams and Raiders, too, at the preseason. Oh, yeah. I appreciate it, John Jay. You did a good job on the customized, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I know. Man, I don't think we'll ever see a Raiders, not in my lifetime, just like we probably won't see a Jets and Giants Super Bowl in my lifetime. Unfortunately, it'd be cool, but I don't think I'll witness either of those. Maybe my children will.
It's just, I don't think it's going to happen. In a way, it would build some good hype onto the Super Bowl. It would build some good publicity, but at the end of the day, whoever wins the Super Bowl nobody's going to be safe. Like, for example, if the Raiders win, it's going to be terrible on our part, and we're going to have some crazy fans go at each other. But if we win the Super Bowl, it's going to be the part where Raiders are sore losers at times, and we don't like to be in that category. So it's kind of like it doesn't seem to end well. It's bloodbath. But I'm just saying, if it came down to those two outcomes, yeah. Oh yeah, those were crazy. But especially when you go at the Coliseum, dude. Because I worked in security guard for the Coliseum at one point.
I didn't know you did that. That's awesome.
No, sorry, yeah. Oh, dude, I worked when they were doing the Packers in the preseason game in Oakland. So I was securing like some events. Man, dude, like you're just mostly doing your job and keeping people from their place and separate them a little. But one of them tried to hit me from behind, and I just try to like tell him to get off me and don't even touch me again, or I'll knock your teeth out. And he just shut up. Told him, don't touch me. And then
what's up, Luke? Good to see you, Luke.
Yeah, and there was like a couple Raider fans fighting over a dumb seat. And then some of them, you even see them at the parking lot fighting over something stupid. Like, damn. And then one of them even came up to stabbing one of their own fan base for a stupid parking spot.
Luke, it might be because I'm an East Coast Raiders fan. Maybe because I'm from Long Island, New York. I'm a little different from the norm of Raiders fans.
Yeah, doesn't everybody tell you that you're like an MJF kind of clone?
MJF, the wrestler.
Yeah, the wrestler. Yeah, the MJF clone. Look at that, the MJF. Like you're a little older. Like you're like his older brother.
I get when I don't have a beard, I get Chris from MTV's Guy Code, and when my hair is a little bit longer and my beard is shorter, I get Harrison Bader. I think he plays for the St. Louis Cardinals. I've never gotten MJF.
No, but look at yourself, man. Look at the picture of you and MJF, man. You look like, because both of you come from Long Island, so maybe there's something there. Yeah, I need to Google MJF. Yeah, he's a wrestler, dude. He's got that. He's a little cocky, arrogant guy from AEW. I actually like him as their top star if they could push him. Travis, did you ever see a 49ers versus Raiders at Candlestick Park?
I didn't, but if I had the money, I would have got on a plane and head to the West Coast. I told Jay in the Bay if the 49ers go 10, if they win their first 10 games, they go 10 games undefeated. I told Jay in the Bay I'd fly out there and take him to a 49ers game, and we'll sit up close.
Oh, see, he knows what I'm talking about.
I only started watching AEW like a couple of weeks ago. I think I've seen the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, look him up. MJF, bro. MJF. You're straight up MJF.
Really? I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. He's one of the top heels on their wrestling company. He's really good. I like his mouthpiece where he talks a lot of crap and says a lot of like, dude. He kind of like he's golden, dude. Like, if AEW can't even make this guy their top star, I'm pretty sure WWE would eventually take this guy and mold him into the main event star.
I saw what you said, Jay. Do I miss Oakland? It's kind of bittersweet because I've seen what the stadium looks like in Vegas, and I think that's a beautiful stadium, and I think the Raiders will have a home there for an extremely long time. It's bittersweet, man.
Yeah, it is. And so, I mean, some fans were complaining about how bad the stadium was, and they weren't willing to get a new stadium for you guys, from what I heard.
Well, for a while, they were sharing the football field with a baseball field. So it's like,
with the A's, With the A's,
can we get a football field here? Just a football field? And I plan on going out when I have the money and the world opens up and U.S. opens up more with the pandemic. I plan on trying to see a Raiders game from their home stadium in Vegas.
Yeah. Why not you just dress like your MJF, bro? They'll
dress up like MJF. I'm gonna have to look this guy up after this stream.
Hey, they'll probably call you MJF, bro. They'll probably say, "Hey, you look like his brother."
Do you miss? Very funny. Do you miss Candlestick Park, or do you like the new stadium you have now?
Candlestick Park had a better vibe. The atmosphere is a lot different. Levi Stadium, don't get me wrong. Sure, new stadiums always look nice. Since 2014, I got to be on their grand opening of their preseason game against the Chargers. It's just not the same. Like, you see a different vibe. Like Candlestick Park, you have the vibe. You have the weather's better. Santa Clara, forget about it, dude. It's heat out there too.
I've never been to Cali, so I don't know too much about what their fan base is like in person. But Oakland had a loyal fan base. They did, the Black Hole, and they were very mean and crazy.
Yeah, I actually got a picture of myself at Candlestick Park like in 2008, but I got to find that picture. But I think one of my family members is already like trying to like find that picture so I can post it in on my channel. Because I've been to one game in Candlestick Park, which I think it's one of my first memories that I can ever enjoy as a fan. Because the moment that I got a chance to actually watch a regular season game in person, it got me some good ideas. Like, you know what? I can see myself going to these games. Before that, I was watching football. I was watching football like everybody else. And in 2008 against the Washington, before they were the Washington football team, the season finale game, I got a chance to go to Candlestick Park, and the game went into overtime, and the Niners won by a field goal. And it gave me a different vibe. Like, the fans were just really all there, bro. The tailgate was like cool as hell. Everybody, but the traffic was too much, man. The traffic was out of control. But when you go down Santa Clara, Forget about it, man. That's even a huge traffic down there. And it's just right close to Great America. You don't even know what you're getting yourself into until you go into that side of town. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on with where are the Chargers playing now? Because they had that little BS stadium for a little bit. Now they're sharing it with the Rams.
Yeah, SoFi Stadium. Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's like here, the Giants and the Jets, they share their stadium. So
yeah, it's a bad taste because majority of that fan base is still mad because they left Oakland. Yeah, and John Jay, you almost have 1,000 subs. And let's get John Jay like 1K. Let's do a campaign. Let's get John Jay 1K subs. Let's do that campaign.
What's his channel? 49er Minded? I think
no, 49er Minded is Bashar. 49ers Ultimate Report is John Jay.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'll give you a reference of John Jay. This is John Jay, opinionist, analyst, and diehard fan. See, I even made a joke like that. He's probably gonna think it's funny.
Are you friends with Niner? Are you friends with Niner Sickness too? Because he's got a pretty good channel too, Niner Sickness.
Yeah, we go way back. He knows
there's a ton of Niners fans out there, man.
Niner Sickness could have been bigger if he would have stuck with YouTube, but he didn't know how big of a deal it was. Yeah, help 4K watch hours. That's what I'm saying, dude. Let's get John Jay 1K subscribe campaign. Let's do that campaign. Let's do 12 in the building. Let's go.
The 49ers still on the Chargers. Herbert's pretty good though, man. You got to watch out for that kid.
He's really decent, but
he's got a cannon for an arm.
So you might have to look at that picture of MJF then.
After the stream, I will.
Hey, maybe when you go to Las Vegas, you could dress up like MJF and tell everybody, "Yeah, I'm the top guy in AEW," and you can just say you're a little arrogant.
Nice.
You know, they got their own fan versions of it. It's kind of cool. Actually, I think he can be a top wrestler for sure. I mean, he's got the mouthpiece. He can really talk out of the mic, and I guess you could say
everything for Chardol.
Trade everything for Chardell. Oh, Chardell? So we're gonna trade all our mortgages just to get this guy. I got this guy on my show. He's just he's a funny guy. He's an interesting guy. I actually put him on my the Photoshop part. I Photoshopped him and John Jay and the other guys.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that stream. That's the guy that has like 40,000 subs, right?
No, that's another guy.
Oh.
No, that's the Cone phone. Like, you know, Grant Cone's got almost 40K. At 9 subs, continue the grind. Hopefully you reach 1K before October. Hey, dude, hopefully I can reach 4K watch hours before September, because I think September is my where they roll over the watch hours, I believe. And then I got to wait and see how the process plays out.
Jeez, everybody's really high on this Trey Lance guy.
He's looking good.
That's all I've been hearing for the last 14 days is Trey Lance.
He's looking really good.
Jimmy G, though. It's going to be Jimmy G's season to at least start the first 5 or 6 games before he even
until otherwise, yeah. Like,
unless Jimmy lays an egg.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Trey Lance does have the ability. I like what I see out of the kid. I see a lot of Josh Allen in him. Like, he can really extend the pocket. He just needs to work on being more accurate. You know, that's the thing with Josh Allen. When he came out of Wyoming, he needed to work on accuracy, and it will get better.
I don't, you know, that's your team, but I think it's Jimmy G's team to lose. If he comes out, he plays well, they win games, they're not going to touch him. If he comes out and it's 0-5, 0-6, God forbid, then you could start hearing all right, we're putting Lance in. I think it's Jimmy G's team from here on out, though. I think Jimmy G will have a great season.
Yeah, like that's the thing. What I'm saying, like, it's going to be Jimmy G's team to otherwise. I know a lot of our fan base are just really on the fence against Jimmy G right now. It's like, dude, I can't even choose a side. I like Trey Lance. I like the pick. I want this kid to succeed. But, and to be really honest, man, if I chose Jimmy G, they're going to say, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. So it's like, I don't even know what to pick. I don't know what to pick anymore.
Listen,
dude.
It's a good problem to have. You have 2 very talented quarterbacks. It's a good problem to have. It could be worse. There's teams that don't even have a quarterback.
Yeah, that's true. And you look at the Eagles. When they had Carson Wentz, who they got? Nick Foles, and they won the Super Bowl. I'm thinking that's the best case scenario. Like, let's say, for example, let's say it doesn't. I don't hope for it to happen, but let's say for some reason Jimmy G looks hot in the regular season, then gets injured and misses significant time. Trey Lance is the hot hand. He gets on fire, and we somehow get a great momentum, kind of like a Kaepernick situation where he makes us all the way down to the Super Bowl, maybe, or maybe just win the damn thing. But I don't know. I'm thinking like optimistically, I'm thinking that's what can happen. Like you never know.
Who do I think the surprise player for the Las Vegas Raiders is? It's not really much of a surprise, but I'm thinking Willie Snead. I think he's going to lead. I think he's going to lead the wide receivers. I think he's either him or
Renfro might be your best
Renfro.
underrated player.
Yeah.
I think Renfro might be your guy. I think that's the one guy that people don't give enough credit for. Like I think even as a fan of all like my Niners, I think if I had to choose your breakout player, I think it's going to be Hunter Renfro because because you got a lot of those other receivers. They're going to focus on covering those guys, and Renfro's going to get a little bit open, and it's going to create a lot of opportunities for him. And all right, here's one for Jay in the Bay. Question for
yeah, we talked about this before. I think he's just Gruden's supposed to be the quarterback guru, the quarterback whisperer. He's supposed to be able to turn these quarterbacks into studs, and they've had a couple of bad moments and a couple of bad seasons with Derek Carr. And I don't think Gruden hates Carr at all because if he did, Carr would have been gone a long time ago. He would have cut Carr a year or two ago. I think he just like we talked about before. He's a very strict head coach. I think he expects good things out of Carr, and he wants Carr to play up to whatever Gruden thinks he is.
Okay, Travis I guess he's asking you, Panor's asking you, what's your thoughts on Jimmy G?
I think it's Jimmy G's season. I think Jimmy G is going to have a great season. Not to jinx you guys, knock on wood. I think he's going to have a great season. You're going to see very little of Lance. It's going to be Jimmy G's season.
Okay, so here's a question.
I was not okay. I was not okay with them trading Brown. I was not okay with them trading Khalil Mack. I was not okay with them trading Cooper to the Dallas Cowboys because I'm in the East Coast, so I never hear the end of it.
Yeah, Carr ain't the problem. It's based by how you guys have the supporting cast. Like he's only as good as what he's got around him. Like,
and the offensive line has got to give him time.
Dude, you know why he said that? Because of what you said about Jimmy G. You're hyping Jimmy G, and Panor does not like Jimmy G whatsoever, bro.
Who? What happened?
No, because you were saying that Jimmy G's gonna have a great year or something like that, and Panor just said it like in a sarcastic voice, saying, "I hate you for that."
Oh.
No, he doesn't like Jimmy G, bro. But don't let it get to you. He's joking. So he's just kidding with you.
But he's a 49ers fan though. Oh, he just wants to see Lance start and play the majority of the season. Oh, okay.
No, but he's playing around. He's just kidding, bro. He's just messing.
I think you've got to give Lance some time though, man. You don't want to push him through the growing pains, Yeah,
and then there was a lot of good things and bad about certain teams about our situation. I think we could have just let Armstead walk, and we could have just re-signed Buckner. We could have let Armstead walk the damn door and kept Buckner. The guy plays the position at the highest level. Some people say, oh, he's not a good run stopper, but the guy can create pressure. The guy can take double teams. The guy makes the defense better around everybody. Like this guy, letting Buckner go was our biggest mistake.
Jay in the Bay, that's one of my biggest worries. I forgot who asked me before, what are the three things that you're worried about? I'm worried about the secondary and the defense for the Raiders. I'm worried about the pass rush, and I'm worried about the protection for Derek Carr.
Oh, man. And look at this. He's calling you a Jimmy not Titus or something.
To be honest with you, I don't even really follow Jimmy G that much. I just think that I think he'll have a good season. I think it's because he dated all those porn stars or whatever, so everybody's like, all the dudes come out and support him. Like, yeah, good for you, Jimmy, porn star Jimmy.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Alex Leatherwood?
I don't know yet. I gotta see how he does.
He was projected to play guard at the next level, but I guess you guys are gonna move him to tackle, so We'll
see. Ever since the Raiders drafted Jamarcus Russell, I'm always like, let me see what they look like regular season. Because they came out like Jamarcus Russell, like the second coming of Christ, is going to lead the Raiders to a Super Bowl win. What happened to him?
2 seasons out of the lead, pretty much.
He got addicted. He got addicted to that scissor stuff, and then he put on a ton of weight, and then that was it. He really screwed up our franchise for a while. Jamarcus Russell. They thought he was going to be their guy forever.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Is Bosa going to get reps on the next preseason game?
I think they're playing it smart. They want to play him in the regular season. I think there's no need to play him.
So no preseason reps for him to get loose or anything?
Nah. They're confident that he'll play week 1, so they just want to make sure he's ready to go.
Oh God, I'm reading what Gavin wrote. Oh man.
This guy's funny. I'm telling you, this guy's got a funny accent. I think he's from Wales, like he told me. Like, well, let's try Jimmy G for bang bus, man.
Well, Jay in the Bay, he wants Jimmy G to start, doesn't he? Not to blow up his spot, but
Jimmy G is our quarterback. That's what he would say. He's our quarterback.
Terrell Owens is my quarterback.
No, that's where Jay in the Bay does that phrase. That's my quarterback. Yeah.
I don't think you should rush. It's just my opinion. I don't think you should rush Trey Lance.
Rush him. Don't rush the kid. It's not worth it. Like
I watched him in the preseason game the other day. He looked okay. The guy's in shape. He needs work. He's 21 right now.
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, Trey Lance is like 21. He's still young. He's got a lot of years in him. So I think if you just let the kid learn the playbook like he's doing right now, which he's getting ahead of the curve, but I want him to be ready. So I know a lot of people are going to say, no, you don't play Jimmy. He's too much money. We need to cut him so we can save some cap space. I don't know why we're keeping Jimmy. He's not worth our backup. He's going to be our backup. Trey Lance is going to be our guy. He looks good. I can see it. You know, it's like I hear different sides of it. It's like, dude, I can't even choose a side.
As long as Jimmy G stays healthy, right? That's been his biggest problem.
See, that's the thing. I'm not on Team Jimmy or Team Trey Lance. I just want whoever wins the game. Jimmy to start for right now. Trey is the future. So you're gonna want this kid to be ready. Yeah. I wish I can talk like Jay in the Bay. Nah, just playing. I can make it sound like him a little bit.
I don't know. The Colts, depending on what happens with looks like Carson Wentz is making a good recovery, but depends on what happened with the Colts. The Colts could have made a play on him. And then you never know is Watson gonna get tried? Is there any punishment yet for Watson, or is he clear of everything? Because who knows if the Texans would have a quarterback. They
have to play either Tyrod Taylor, from what I'm hearing. He's got a lot of the reps when Watson was out.
Any news on a suspension for Watson or no?
I don't think so. It depends on the league. Or maybe they're dropping it. I don't know. Like, it's kind of been quiet. It's kind of been low-key lately. Carson Wentz will start week 1. Yep, I've heard that. There was rumors that they were going to go get Nick Foles, which is not a good sign, man. That's deja vu again.
They're set with Fitz.
Oh, what do you mean? Who's set
Washington?
with Fitz? Washington's got Fitzpatrick, yeah. Fitz magic. Or should I say Fitz tragic?
Dude, I think he's a solid journeyman, but extremely overrated.
Yeah, like he'll have one good year and then he'll look like trash. He'll give you like 6 good games, then he'll look trash the rest of the season.
He's played on like 9 or 10 different teams in the league. He's a
journeyman legend.
He's a top journeyman. He's not I'm not too worried about him playing for the Washington team.
He's like a Kurt Warner in this era where he became a journeyman just like him, except he wasn't bagging groceries. Yeah, the rhythm. Yeah, a lot of injuries. Yeah, at the meantime, bro, we had a good live stream. I know you got to go to the gym a little later.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me on your channel.
And no problem, bro. I appreciate it, man. Near future, let me know. I'll go down your stream and it's all
Yeah,
good, bro.
next time come on my channel.
Yeah, just give me your message or your link, and I'll pop in.
Sounds good, man.
All right, good luck, man, because you're gonna need it. Because I think we're
I
gonna
know.
blow.
I know.
Let's see,
Dude, I'll be
man.
watching that game, and I'm gonna talk so much crap to you just to live up to the Raiders' expectation, even though I'm not really gonna talk back to you.
Travis.
Yeah.
Let me say this, man. Let the best team win. That's all it is. But if it comes down to it, man, you ain't gonna hear the last from me, bro. And I'm just telling you, bro. It's all love. It's all love. It's all respect, bro.
I'm reading what what's his name just wrote. Panor.
Yeah.
Detroit week 1. Yeah, that should be it. 49ers versus Detroit should be a solid win for the 49ers.
But the Eagles may be a little tougher because their defense is a little bit better. So I think that might be the only true test. Don't sleep on Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts might be really good.
The Packers might be a tough game now that we know Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing.
Well, Rodgers is going to be a little rusty, and plus we know how to play against Rodgers. When healthy, we know how to stop him. So I think we're not –
He played him in the championship game, right?
Yeah, and we ran it right down their throats, and we didn't have to do too much. We ran it right down their throats. It felt sweet. It felt like
I'm sure
a sweet –
it did.
Yeah, just run it down their throats. That's it. Like, that was the easiest win to beat the Packers was run the ball, and that was it. I think that was one of the –
I know, Jay. I know.
Oh, the corners. Oh, okay. All right, man. All right, man.
You have a much better team. Much better complete team right now.
Let's get 4K watch hours. That's what I'm looking for.
What are you at now? You're at 3,700?
3,820 right now.
Oh, so you're right there, and then you could apply for the monetization, whatever it's called.
Yeah, but don't they have to do an approval first, or you have to like see what happens?
You have to do your stuff online with them. Then they send you.
You can do it on the phone, right?
It takes a couple of weeks for you to get your PIN. They mail you. That's what they did with me. They mailed the PIN, and then you put your PIN on the AdSense, the Google AdSense account. So
the review takes time too, but even at that time you're done with the time of the period, it should still get you in there, right?
I don't remember how long it took me, but yeah, when I applied for monetization, it only took a couple of days, and then I had the PIN in less than a month, and then once I put it in, I was good to go. But
can you at least like use your mobile phone to apply for it, or do you have
to you can do everything through your computer, your phone, or whatever. You just apply for it once you meet all the requirements, the watch hours and the subs.
Yeah, and then the only thing they don't want is community strike, which I haven't done any yet, so I'm good.
Yeah, you just got to be careful with whatever content you put on, like if it's owned by somebody else or whatnot. Because there's times when I'll live stream the Mets. I'm gonna do that tonight, and if it picks up a song in the background, then they're like, oh, you can't get credit for this video because this song is in the background and blah blah blah.
But I'm pretty sure they won't on some of them because I kind of told people not to have them in there.
Yeah, or if you
remove them.
If you do commentary on a video, you should be okay if it's like free press.
Yeah. So today I just sent me the autograph to I send like a picture with Mike Rump and I send that football card and I should be able to get it probably like a little later because I already sent it on his address.
Oh, the guy you had on last week. Yeah, that was a good stream.
Yeah. In the near future, he said he's open. He always inboxes me. Every now and then he'll inbox me, so he's cool.
He played for the 49ers for like 3 or 4 years, right?
Yeah, he played from 2002 to 2005. He was the last draft pick. He was the last guy that we picked cornerback in the first round. So we haven't picked a cornerback in the first round since Mike Rump, which is kind of unfortunately. I would have thought getting J.C. Horn would have ended the streak, but nope. I wanted J.C. Horn, but no, we got Trey Lance, so I guess we're all good then.
Jay in the Bay said it took me a few days to get monetized. The pin arrived in the mail yesterday for me. Oh, awesome, man. So it's official.
Well, for some content, there is some where they could allow a little bit of the swearing part, but until like extent from what I'm hearing, because they would have just strike me on that already. Like,
if you drop too many F-bombs. If you drop too many F-bombs and it's under made for kids.
Yeah, that's what it told me before. So, like if you look at somebody like Coach Dante and a few other people that do their content, when you look at his intro, he does say the kind of the bad word a little bit, don't you think?
Who?
Like what? Like Coach Dante, when you watch his intro, he'll be like, "What the?" Like he'll say the F word, and then it kind of like it's his thing.
Hmm.
Never seen
See,
Coach Dante's video?
no.
No, but he's got a good content. He just does that funny part where he says, "What the is going on over here?" or something like that.
Yeah, 49ers. There's so many new rules. I'm still learning as I go. I've been monetized for a couple of months. I'm still learning the ropes and the rules and what you can and can't do on YouTube. Like I was saying, like if I play the Mets game in the background, I'm doing play for it, and they pick up like whatever the walk-up song is for a baseball player. If it gets picked up on my live, they strike me. So I have to be careful with the volume of my TV, or I have to wear headphones, and
that's
it's a whole weird thing.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like the fuck is it? Our House song. It's Our House. It got picked up once on my live stream, and they're like, "Yeah, we had to copyright strike you for that song." I was like, "It played for like 10 seconds in the background."
But then they just say you can remove it, right?
You could remove it, or you could go to YouTube Studio, and they'll give you the second to second that has to be edited out. You can mute it and then take it out, and then you can put your video back through, and then you'll be fine. Or you could just delete the whole video if you want.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I would usually do. If it tells me something like that, I would automatically delete it because I don't want to take the chances.
That's what I do. But now that I know, like, okay, I got to keep my TV volume down. I got to have headphones in. I haven't had a problem with it. I haven't had a problem with strikes or anything like that.
Yeah, what's up, Edmund the Dream? Huge shout out to everybody else. Yeah, Travis will definitely collaborate in a very near future, man. Just it's a good time, bro. At least we got to do a little bit of an actual stream, because the last time I was going on your stream, I was a little late because I had a little issue. Then I came a little later for you.
Oh, no worries. It was my fault. I wasn't sure if you wanted to come on. I know your dad had passed.
Yeah, but I usually have to shake it up.
I'm part of that unfortunate club where I lost my dad too. So
yeah, it's a tough year. Tough year, man.
Listen, you're right there. You're going to be successful. You only need a couple more watch hours. You're going to get there, man.
Yeah, that's what's
I believe in you. Your channel's going to blow up just like Jay and the Bays.
Well, copyrights, like they say, some copyright, like if it says copyright claims, they won't delete it unless they say something about it, from what I heard. As long as it doesn't say copyright, like where they complain about it or something, then you'll be all right.
If you interviewed John Montana or Steve Young, it would be cool.
It would be nice to interview Steve Young. Steve Young was one of my idols. That's what made me a fan. Yeah, I would have put him in certain spots, but I hear Joe Montana's better, so I just think, man, I didn't get to witness Montana, but I did get to see a little bit of Steve Young in my early years. But
dude, I feel you. All three of the Raiders Super Bowl victories, I wasn't even a twinkle in my dad's eye.
Yeah. If I interview Joe Montana, he's probably gonna charge me, so I don't think so. Steven will probably charge me. I don't think so, man.
Yeah, their agents are gonna be like, listen, man, it's $1,000 a minute here.
Not even worth it, man.
Something crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna get Jamie Winborn tomorrow, so that won't charge me nothing. So you guys can get a chance to see me interview another NFL player. So
what time tomorrow, bro? I gotta make sure I don't miss that.
12 p.m. Pacific time, just like we did today.
That's 3 me. I'll make sure I'm there. 3 p.m.
All right, you got it, man. So here's your final saying, Travis, and we're going to end the stream in a bit. I'll give you one last saying.
Everyone that was here, that came to the channel here, supported me in CG's live. Appreciate it. You can find me over at Travis Burg Jr. on YouTube. That's all I have is YouTube, and it's been cool hanging out with CG.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Anytime. Go check out Travis Burg, everybody. Awesome to Sports. She's a cool Washington football YouTuber. You definitely need to go check out her channel, too. Like, she'll support you also, man.
I saw what you said, by the way, Jay, before I go. Jerry Rice will always be a Niner, never a Raider. I agree. He did the bulk of his work in the 49ers. Yeah,
and everybody else, let's get John Jay to 1K. Let's do that campaign. Let's get him to 1K.
What's his channel? 49ers
Ultimate Report, man. This is John Jay. Analyst, and diehard fan. There you go.
What is he at? What is he? He's at like, that's the guy that's at like 900 subs, right?
He's almost at 900. He's like at 890 or something. As a Rams fan, Joe Montana was a pain, and you know what? Yeah, we got him a few times, but the thing about it was the Rams were always that rivalry, but we always seemed to have the upper hand against them before. Yeah. John J to 1K, John J to 1K. Say it with pride. Say it with pride. This is an opinion, an analyst, and diehard fan. Let's get this guy to 1K. I know I'm being sarcastic, but seriously, yeah, he deserves to get 1K at this point.
I'll do my best to help you, John J.
And all seriously, I got to give him a thank you for this layout, too. Pretty nice.
Oh, he did your layout for it? That's awesome.
Yeah, John man, J you can tell right there.
All right, CG, I'm out of here, bro.
All right, Travis, have a good one.
You too. Later. See you, everyone. Man.
All right, guys. That was Travis Burg, a.k.a. MJF 2.0 lookalike. I'm just playing, man. Have a good day, everybody. And you already know, it's Go Niners.